Chapter 39. We are in front of yet another hospital. I wait outside alone. The staring people do not bother me anymore. I sit down on the stone steps of the hospital entrance. I do not care what may happen. I only want to close my burning eyes. Suddenly, I hear the guard's voice. "Riva, get up, please." I jump up, startled. I stare at her with dazed eyes. She called me by my name. "Riva, I found a doctor. We must wait until she is finished with her patients. She will look at you then. We may go inside and wait." Her voice rings with triumph. I follow her through the door, into the hospital. In the corner of the crowded waiting room, there is an empty bench. She motions for me to sit. I sit at the edge of the bench, ready to jump at any moment, ready to be thrown out, but no one says anything. I slide back deeper into the wooden seat, breathing a little easier. The guard takes a seat across from me and unbuttons her coat. She looks at me. Our eyes meet for a second. I see sadness in hers. She lowers her head. Most of the people around me are men in military uniforms. Some are without arms or legs. I feel sorry for them. I close my eyes. I am so tired. My head feels heavy as it wobbles back and forth. I am floating again. Suddenly, the shriek of sirens fills the air. The people in the waiting room move quickly in an orderly fashion toward the door marked shelter. The guard motions me to follow her. We move with the others down the stairs to the bomb shelter and sit down. Some people have turned already to their reading. A woman calmly takes out her knitting from a huge bag. "I always travel prepared for a long stay," she says to the young man sitting near her. She smiles back politely without saying a word. She is not wounded. He does not look sick. I wonder what he is doing here. Some of the people glance in my direction and turn their heads quickly. I feel so strange taking cover from planes whose arrival I welcome. I feel strange hiding with the Germans. At the factory, we are left standing outside during air raids while the Germans take cover. Here, if a bomb should hit, we will all die together. "Ladies and gentlemen, the air raid is over. Thank you for your cooperation," says a voice over the loudspeaker. Everyone returns to the waiting room or to work. Finally, the waiting room is empty. From somewhere, a blonde woman in her 40s walks over to the guard. They both look at me as they speak. A woman, dressed in a white uniform, takes my hand and leads me to a small examination room. "Thank you for seeing us, doctor," the guard says, looking up at the woman warmly. "I could not give up." "I am sorry I had to make you wait so long. You understand. I must treat our people first, and then the air raid." The doctor speaks to the guard while gently helping me up to the examination table. Her warm hands feel soothing as she touches my forehead. She holds my throbbing hand. "This is bad, very bad. I must operate right here, now. We must not call too much attention to this patient." She takes a deep breath. There are some who would resent her being here. Am I dreaming? The doctor's voice sounds so far away. I am somewhere in space, floating, floating. "Riva, wake up, little one. Someone is shaking me. We must leave." I keep my eyes closed. It is so peaceful here. I do not want to leave. "We must leave, Riva." The guard helps me up. "Careful, don't let her fall. She is still dizzy." The doctor says while she's helping me dress. She walks us to the hospital door. "Thank you, doctor," I whisper. She smiles sadly. The streets are dark now. The street lamps along the sidewalk glow in the darkness. I walk in the gutter again. Like a drunk, I sway from side to side. People stop to stare. I ignore them. I felt my knees buckling. I am about to fall in the gutter. A hand grabs me just in time and holds me up. "Riva, you must hold on. I cannot hold you," the guard says. She looks around. People stare at the woman in a Nazi uniform holding up a half-dead Jew. She walks behind me now, gently pushing me forward. The train has few riders. I stand in the corner. My feet cannot hold me up. I lower myself to the floor and sit, closing my eyes. I float between dream and reality. Mama is looking down on me, her eyes so loving. She keeps on looking at me but does not speak. Strange people keep walking by. Their angry eyes scare me. They shout at me, reaching out to grab me. Someone is shaking me by my shoulders. "Riva, get up. We are home." I open my eyes confused. I whisper, "Home? Home?" Lotta, the guard, is helping me up. The train is empty. The conductor stands by the door. He says something to the guard. She walks me toward the back of the station. I feel hands lifting me up and gently lowering me into something. "Riva, thank God you are alive," someone says in Yiddish. I open my eyes slowly. My eyelids feel so heavy. Where am I? "You are back in Mittelstein. We have the wagon. We are taking you back to camp. Sleep, sleep." The girls pull the wagon along the pebbled road. "Careful, careful, go slowly," the guard says. "Take her home slowly." The girls are taking me home, back to the cage.